A lot of us, when we hear the word submission, we assume that it is basically for women, especially the married women, to submit to their husbands. That is what we assume. But the word submission simply means you, as an individual, submitting to someone else's leadership authority. In Africa, let me use the word Nigeria. We tend to hold the word submission in very high esteem. If a woman has an opinion or a mind of her own, we say the woman is not submissive. Even when you're relating with someone, maybe a normal friend, let me use the local parlance, they'll say, you're not loyal. Okay, that's a street word. You're not loyal. So, like I said, here in Nigeria, we tend to hold the word very high, the word submission. Now, when someone decides to submit to you, the person has automatically given you control over their lives. Yeah, that person has given you control over their lives. Now, I'll be talking about submission versus stupidity, especially in marriage. A lot of African women, yes, I use the word African because in the Western world, couples seem to be on the same page. Everybody's opinion is respected. But largely in Africa, it's not like that. Yeah. So now, here in Africa, in Nigeria, as a case study, the men here see submission as a very important tool if you must stay married. But a lot of times I see stupidity, not submission, in marriage. And that's what I want to talk about today. Now, if you are a woman watching me right now, submission to your spouse, to your partner, does not mean that you should be stupid. Now, when you talk about submission, you talk about respect, you talk about loyalty, you talk about trust. But I see a lot of men prefer stupidity to submission. A woman that is submissive to you does not mean she cannot have her own opinion. Now, women, let me tell you something. Let me tell you where I think you are being stupid, the difference. Stupidity in marriage simply means you are overly agreeable. You have difficulty in expressing your opinion. You can't take decisions on your own. Now, you accept your partner's leadership role, hook, line, and sinker. You don't debate it. You don't discuss it. You don't dialogue it. You believe that since it's coming from him, everything is fine. No, that's stupidity. That's not submission. Submission, while you're submitting to your husband, you're respecting him, you're airing your opinion respectfully. You are dialoguing. Marriage is all about dialogue. You're trying to understand each other. You are dwelling in peace, in love, in harmony. That is what submission is. Submission is not you being so dormant that you are used as a doorstep rag. Because to me, that is stupidity. Now, men, listen. When a woman decides to submit to you, understand that it is out of respect. She trusts your decisions, your leadership skills. She believes that you care about her feelings, you care about her emotions, you are concerned about her well-being. Some of these women even go as far as worshiping you, glorifying you, putting you above every other thing. That is fine. That is fine. Sarah called Abraham my Lord. I love women. I appreciate women. I encourage women that respect their husbands. Yes, I respect that a lot. When you respect your husband, you are loyal. I am not saying in the midst of submission, you should be stupid. No. Now, stupidity is when your husband thinks you should not have a bank account. Your finances is being controlled by him. Now, a lot of women undermine themselves. Yeah, you undermine yourself as a woman. Why? Because you are struggling with a lot of insecurities. You are struggling with not going to school. You are struggling with not standing out. You are struggling with not being a voice. You are struggling with not leveling up. Let me use the word. So you allow your husband, you allow your husband to disrespect you openly. That's a sign of stupidity. That's not submission. He disrespects you openly. You are not in charge of your emotions, of your feelings. You think your happiness depends on him. You think he's doing you a favor by marrying you. Why? Probably maybe because of your background. Because maybe you are coming from a very poor home and this man saw you and loved you and married you, and maybe the man is influential, so you think he did you a favor. Now, the man does not have boundary with his words when he's talking to you. He doesn't have any boundary. That is not cool. And you accepting that, that's a big sign of stupidity. Now, he never apologizes. He makes mistakes and make it look like it's your fault. Yes, he makes it look like you are the one that apologizes even when the man is wrong. He is never willing to apologize. That's a sign of stupidity. You can't even touch things that are his own. I know of a lady that can't put on the generator because the husband is not around. It's a taboo in their home. She can't touch anything that is his. That is a sign of stupidity in marriage. Okay? So today, I want you, ladies, to understand that there's a big difference between stupidity and submission. As always, my name is Bina Kenneth. I am the Big Mama of Africa. Follow me on YouTube and Facebook at Bina Kenneth TV. I love you all. Bye for now. Be intentional.